Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Arun back with your college football Tuesday action for week 11. Is that right? Week 11? Yep. Tuesday, November 4th. And we've got double MAC games. Is that right? Yeah, double MAC games for you guys tonight, including a really good one that I'll be covering. So, and it's right around me, so it's good to get this game. Don't forget, if you haven't done so, make sure you get in our 2-for-1 football pass. How do you do so? Very, very simple. You go for 2-for-1. The week is just $99. DocSports.com/Craig Arun. We won't have any premium plays probably on Tuesday, Wednesday, but these will all come out Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you'll make sure you get the best lines. So make sure you get in on it. Just $99 for both of our plays. Of course, if you like the NBA, college football, all that, you can use the 15% off promo code. Use that 15% off promo code right here, Kickoff 15. That will not work on the $99 deal, as it's already 50% off, but this will work if you want to say the NBA, NHL, props, all the other sports. Use that all week long. All right, let's get right to, though, college football. Like I said, MAC action. Umass at Akron. Yes, Umass is in the MAC. If people don't realize it. Akron favored by 10, total 49.5. I don't know if I've ever thought that Akron would be a double-digit favorite versus any other team in the MAC. What do you like here?
For starters, did you know Umass is 0-8? So let's start with the baseline, fundamental information here. UMass is 0-8, Akron is 3-6. But I'm not trying to be a homer for UMass here, but I will tell you that UMass, they've made some money this year. They played Iowa, they played Missouri, they made some money there. And then they had trouble scoring against Kent and Western Michigan, 3 and 6 points. But then they put up 21 against Buffalo and 13 against Central Michigan. Those aren't bad scores. Akron, of course, comes off a big win against Buffalo. They have Kent State on deck, of course. And, Kent State is 3-5, so that's not like a true look ahead. But I will tell you is Akron, did beat Buffalo as a 10-point dog. That was a huge win for them. They had lost to Miami of Ohio and Ball State. But, Akron hasn't had back-to-back wins yet either. The question here is, can UMass sneak inside the number? And, Craig, I actually think they can, okay? Because when UMass, that game against Buffalo that they had, which they lost 21-28, that was a game where they were actually up by 14-10. And it's been a long time. And they were actually up 21-20 going into that game before they got outscored 8-0 in the fourth quarter. That was a huge, boost for this team, right? Prior to that, they had not really, led at any point, during those games. And I think this is a fantastic public fade. I think UMass will get up for this game. I'm going to take the +10 here. They've been playing better. I mean, how many times have you seen 0-8 team against a team like Akron catching 10 points? In other words, why isn't this game like 16.5 points? I think UMass sneak inside the number. I don't think Akron gets up for this game. I think Akron comes off that big win. They're going to be sleeping on an 0-8 team. This might even be 11 by game time. And I'm going to back UMass +10. Craig, Miami of Ohio plays Ohio. This is something that you know something about here. You know this state very, very well. You know these schools very, very well. Both these teams are winning programs right now. Both of them are sitting at 5-3. They're interesting, right? Miami of Ohio has won 5 straight coming in. They beat one of my favorite schools, Lindenwood, 38-0. This is the podcast that has covered Lindenwood more than any other podcast in America, by the way. They beat Lindenwood 38-0, but then they beat NIU and Akron, Eastern Michigan, and Western Michigan. They were favored in all of those games. Now they face Ohio, who comes off 4 of 5 wins. So both these teams seem to be peaking at the right time. Do note that Ohio beat them 38-3 last year. Miami of Ohio is finally a dog in this game for the first time in 6 games. Who do you like here?
Well, remember they played twice last year. That win was in the MAC championship game, and they got revenge. Ohio did after Miami won the regular season, like 30-20 or something like that. So it was a little closer than maybe even the final score, but the MAC championship was not close. Miami of Ohio had a really good season last year. I think they overachieved, but Ohio was better. So that was a deserving, I don't think they should have probably beat them that bad. But Ohio, I think, is once again better than them. I actually was surprised they weren't maybe 3.5 to 4.5 point favorite. I kind of thought in that 4 range is probably a fair number. First of all, it's tough in this series to win on the road, win at the other field, because these teams hate each other. These are the biggest rivals in the MAC. I guess some of the Michigan schools, the Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan could say that as well. But these two are a really good team historically in the MAC. The cradle of coaches, what they call Miami of Ohio, because Woody Hayes went there, obviously. So I think this is just too much. And there's no – they already lost lost to Ball State early this year. So they have no room. They have to win out. They have to win this game. They have to win out to make sure they make it in the MAC championship game. I think they do so. Remember, this is the team that beat West Virginia at home. They were pretty good at against Ohio State through about 2.5 quarters, and then just Ohio State was too much. I think they have to take care of business here. I'm going to take the Ohio Bobcats minus the 2.5 points. Now, don't forget, if you want to get in on our top plays, very simple. Get in on that 2-for-1 deals for Football Pass. Craig Arun, docsports.com/Craig Arun. You'll get all of our football plays at 6 from IC,
Amazing
7 to
deal.
8 from me. Not the greatest week. We won it last week, but that means this week's going to be a huge bounce back week. So make sure you get in on that. Also, if you want in on some of the other packages, this will not work on that pass. It's already discounted, but you can get 15% off. So if you want NBA, NHL, props, any of the other sports, kickoff 15.
YouTube Premium. That's the edge.
And then you can get this YouTube Premium right here. Gives you the different, all the different level 1, 2, or 3. If you get level 3, you get all of them for just $49.99 a month. That ends up with all the extra plays that don't make our card. So parlays, props, sides and totals, and you get a couple of Doc Sports experts. It's about a $2,700 to $3,000 value, $2,700 to $3,000 value. So make sure you get in on that and thank us later. Good luck. I'll see you again next time.